here with Music Marketing TV. Today we're going to be making a quick beat, establishing a vibe with baby audio. Let's go ahead and dive right in. We've got a blank project here because I just kind of want to show you things from scratch. Let's start off with some chords. I'm going to be using Flex by ImageLine, FL Studio. Totally free, comes with it. And we're going to be using the essential strings. We'll set our tempo down to a cool 80-ish beats per minute. And let's go for some pizzicato, could be cool. We'll go for some staccato. Why not? We'll do bass staccato. We'll lay out a basic bass line. Okay, cool. So we have our super basic bass line. There could be a lot of space at the beginning. All right, okay, you get the idea. We got a thing going. Let's go ahead. Let's add another flex. This one is gonna have some of the more other stuff going on, right? So we'll go for Viola Staccato. Let's see here. We'll go all strings staccato. Why not? And on this one, we'll have sort of a running arpeggiation. And then what do we do? Go down to a G. So we'll do this, and we'll take this down to a B flat, take these down to D's, and this down to a B flat. And then here we go to this sort of an E flat major kind of a vibe. So we're gonna go, oh, E flat. We could stay on, we could sort of do a pedal thing and leave it there. Let's see how it works out, because we're gonna switch this to the E flat. G, fine. So, and then we go down to another G, but this time we'll let this one drop. We'll get that lovely, so small change there, just a few notes, but this would be basically just another take on the inversion of this one. So pretty basic stuff there. Now, the whole point of this video, right, is to get the vibe going with Spaced Out by Baby Audio. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this, send this over to a track. We'll leave this on just, the same track, and we will do Spaced Out. All right, so let's just hear it with this is just the default space. We're not going to stay on this one. And this is on the bass. We probably don't want to touch the bass so much. So let's go ahead. Let's just turn that off for now. We'll leave this on the main strings, and we'll add another spaced out here. So we'll do spaced out. Load that up. And this time, let's go with this generate a few things. So this sort of just randomizes stuff for us. I find it very useful. Oh my gosh, this is so freaking cool. Okay, let's lose the bass for now, and let's make our intro. We'll make this unique, in fact. Yeah, it's saying you haven't even placed the pattern. You sure you want to do that? And I'm like, yes. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna cut this out. We're gonna leave these both on. So we're gonna start off with this sort of like sick retro vibe kind of thing we already got going. Okay, so what we're gonna do, I'm just moving it around, seeing, because we're going basically between a reverb kind of a thing and a delay kind of a thing. So I'm gonna go to browse parameters and just sort of move this around. And we have a wet dry mix, which moves us up and down, as you can see. And then an echo space mix, which moves us left and right. So let's go ahead and let's find an interesting combination we can do with both of those. So I created an automation clip for the wet dry. And now I'm going to do one for the X. So we're moving around on X and Y, and I'll go ahead and detach this so we can just sort of see this thing moving around. So let's start out. Okay, so I'm digging that. Let's go ahead. Let's go to our other pattern, pattern 7, and place this in here. So it's going to bring the bass in. For the bass, let's go ahead, copy that, and let's just give it a little sub bass to go along with it. So this is just a harmonic patch with the frequency down and the sub up. I just built it in as a sort of a loose sub bass. May replace it later. And then let's turn this down, right? This is just outrageously loud. We'll turn down here. And of course, we want to get some drums in here. Now, as far as drums go, let's go for a loop for now. I like to start off with loops and then occasionally toss in or even replace them with just some other drums. But I think an old loop could be kind of cool. But there's a lot of directions we could go with the loop that we pick here. Do we want to go like more trap route or not? I'm thinking sort of like a kind of a nice breakbeat kind of thing. So let's see here. We've got the Rhythm Lab down tempo. Sure, we'll start with this. And this is just a WAV file. We can grab the I believe these are the Rex files. Yeah, these are Rex files. They just have the tempo kind of embedded into them. If you wanted to, you could actually open this up in the tempo editor inside of FL and just make it auto fit. And it would do basically the same thing for you. Okay, and while we're here too, I'm kind of curious, what would a spaced out be like? It's probably a bad idea, but what would it be like on some drums? Probably pick we've got a couple spaces up here. We've got one called small space. Probably mess around with that. And let's stay away from this. We don't want any delay. Something like that. And then let's adjust the post levels here. And then right here, right, we won't have anything at the beginning, and then maybe we have some sort of a fill right here. Maybe we take the intro part of this. And then what you could do is you can actually come over here to this slide tool. You could also click up here to get to it. I'm middle mouse and then clicking quickly. That's how I'm opening up that menu. And then we could slide around, just sort of find a nice loop that has some potential. Yeah, like right there, that's kind of nice. Whoops, wrong button, my bad. Here, let's try changing up this maybe to be a little bit more like this, and it'll sort of rise into that sort of craziness. And then there we go. We've got a vibe. At this point, I am pretty happy with where we are. I've got a bunch of ideas of what we could put here. We could go in a melody-driven direction or a more lyric-driven direction. I'd like to bring in a few more pads and maybe textures to rise and fall. But we've established pretty strong vibe. Did it pretty dang quickly. So hopefully this gives you an idea a bit about what Spaced Out can do. You can check it out more in the description below. Subscribe and hit that bell icon for future videos. And have a blessed day.